That is the ultimate state of the earth. The ultimate state of the earth is what is called as ozone, which is called as O3. So the O3 must be evolved. Similarly, in the human being, the man is evolved on account of the nervous system. When the nervous system carries on the sex, the body is evolved. If there is no nervous system, no evolvement was possible. Nervous system means you don't think as the nerves of the human body. The nerve can also be replaced an equivalent energy manner as an electrically charged particle. So all creation in the universe, in the physical state of matter, comes on account of an electrically charged particle. If there is no participating electrically charged particle, there will be no change. So all changes in the physical earth comes on account of an electrically charged particle. The life that comes in the earth is on account of the water. Water is the primary material for conducting the energy. As we know, the water is comprised of hydrogen and oxygen. But when hydrogen and oxygen combine, it will not produce water. But when the hydrogen and oxygen is combined under an electrical charge called the ozone, the water is formed. So to form the water, you need an electrical charge to make this hydrogen and oxygen to unite to form the water. So water is not merely a combination of the hydrogen and the oxygen. There is a participating charge in binding these two particles. The bondage between the two particles of the hydrogen and oxygen has come only on account of the electrical charge. It means the electrical charge must be the basic route at which the transformation or the creation of the earth has taken place. The electrical charge has come on account of the ozone. As such, the ozone must be the first material that must be there in the earth for its formation. Without ozone, no change or nothing is possible because you need a protection. Without a protection, the earth cannot exist. All the matter in the earth is protected by the ozone. Consequently, the planet grows, the life grows, all on account of the ozone. And as such, the ozone material must be created in the earth. As such, in the evolution theory, you must say that the ozone is the root of the creation of the earth. Ozone is basically a matter in which the nucleus is intact. But ozone can also be taken to a higher status, that is almost bringing it to what is called as the breaking state of the broken state of the nucleus. When it is about to break and still the electrons are there, 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, then what happens is it goes to a higher state. As such, at the time of the creation, there was not O1, there was not O2, there was not O3, there was one more thing, what is called as O4. The O4 state is the root of the creation, and O4 state is also the root of the Mrityu. When it is in the Arohana, that is in the increasing state, O4 brings death to the earth. And when the O4 energy comes down, it brings life to the earth. So alteration in the state of the O4, that is the ultimate state, as it said, there are 4 states for a matter to become the energy, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha. When it gets to that particular state, there will be no physical state of the matter. The earth gets burned into pieces. There will be no water, there will be no vegetation. The temperature will be so large that there will be no Agni also, there will be no air also. All these particles gets converted as O4. So that remains the ultimate stage. So the creation comes on account of O4 coming to O3, and the death comes on account of O3 getting charged, increasing the quantum energy, become O4. The creation is from O4 to O3 and from O3 to O4. When once the material comes to the O4 state, there will be no more earth at all. All these things comes on account of the creation or the destruction comes on account of the father of the earth, the mother of the earth. As we know, the father of the earth is the sun. The mother of the earth is moon. So the creation of the earth is what is called as kalpa. It means from the creation, that is from the ozone state to the creation of the physical matter, then the physical matter getting death, going back to that ozone state, and remaining in that state for a longer period again to get a conversion. So the duration of time from death to birth, from birth back to death and staying in that particular state is what is called as kalpa. So kalpa is the creation of the earth, the destruction of the earth, and again coming back to the creation is what is called as kalpa. So kalpa means we must say the O4 must become an active material, convert itself into O3, then get the earth, get the human being, then all the energy rises, then it gets into the O4, then once it comes to O4 it remains for a long period of time to change back to O3. So all this particular time, that is from birth to death and from death to back to birth, is what is called as, that duration of time is called as kalpa, and that is 432 crores from death to birth, and from birth to death and going back and staying in that state is another 432 crores of years. So 864 crores of years is considered as one evolution of the earth from material state to non-material and remaining in the non-material state for a longer period and coming back again to the material state. This period of time is called as 864 crores of years. That is called as one cycle of the earth. So in one cycle you have got a sinusoidal curve in which there is a rise of energy, there is a fall of energy. The rise of energy is the death of the matter, the fall of the energy is the creation of the matter. Then you have got a negative cycle on the other side in which there is a change of state in the ozone, that is from O4, it has to come back to O3. All this is possible because of they need a creation against the earth, a father and a mother for the earth. The father and the mother is the sun and the moon. So the creation of the earth has not come on account of anything else. It has come exclusively on the motion of the sun. The motion of the moon brings the changes in the physical body called the earth. Consequently, the creation has come on account of sun. That is why the Purusha Sukta says, Surya Chandra Baso Jhata Yatha Purvam Akalpayat. The kalpa means the creation. The creation has come not on account of anything, but on account of the sun and the moon. So the sun and the moon is responsible for the creation. If the sun and the moon is not there, then the creation is not possible. Sun is energy, moon is matter. As such, the creation comes on account of the energy and the matter. The study of the sun is called horology. The study of the matter is moonology. As such, the creation has come on account of the har and the moon. As long as the sun and the moon are harmonious, the creation comes. When they are not harmonious, the creation is lost. So the death of the earth or the birth of the earth also comes on account of the sun and the moon. If so, we can say that all changes are done by the energy of the sun. All changes is done by a varying material called as the moon. As such, the moon is responsible for varying the material. As such, the variation of different material is these Panchabhutas. The variation of the Panchabhutas and integrating it is called as vegetation. Integrating the vegetation and the Panchabhuta along with all the planet is what is called as the life, called the human body or different species. As such, the human has come again over an evolution. Evolution happening on account of different wavelengths of energy. As such, the human is not a replica from the what we call it as, and another thing being advanced, what is called as the man has come on account of a monkey. If so, what happens to the man in further evolvement? Nothing happens. The man will remain as a man, whether as an intellectual man or a weak man. Today the man is the weakest in the world. At the time of the creation he was very strong. Whatever he has done, he has visualized everything by sitting at one particular place. He can talk to another person who may be in the other planet also. That was the capacity of the man. The man has lost all those capacities. Consequently, what we see today is a weak man. Whatever he was able to have all those transformations within himself, he lost, and whatever he lost, he is getting it outside. It means the man is become